අවන මේ තරග කාණ්ඩයේ තරග වටයක් එක් තරගයක් පැවැත්වුණා මේ වෙද්දී.
So this is race number 2 for SLH 1600. We have Viren Boteju in pole. So the grid for this is made up of the results from race number 1. So we have Viren Boteju in pole. We have Randika Niroshan in second. We have Sangeet Suryage in third. We have Irshad Faham in fourth. And in fifth, we have Devin Serasinghe, David Siaguna, Kesar Godage, Faham Nauman. So that's the car number 92 of Randika Niroshan. So this is another anticipated and a real event that everyone has their eyes on. It is the second event of the SLH, and of course, SLH and SLGT are considered the two big tier events for Sri Lankan racing. So we're just under starters' orders, waiting for a few cars to line up on the grid. They've already done their warm-up lap. So this will be an immediate start as soon as they are ready. Again, Randika Niroshan in the number 92 car. He drove very well in the first race, and it'll be interesting to see off the line what he tries to do with Viren, whether he tries to go on the outside or the inside, or to hold the line and try and get a slipstream getting onto the main straight. It'll also be interesting to see what Sangeet Suryage lying in third does, because he's right behind Viren. So if he holds his line and blocks the entry, so it might be him that jumps ahead of Randika going into Cobbs and getting onto the main straight. So it's a good lineup of cars again. Still under starters' orders. That's Sangeet Suryage running the SLH for the first time, and what an event for him it has been. Getting a podium position in his first ever race, starting in second but finishing in third in the race, and now again he's on third on the podium. So just a few hold up here waiting on the rest of the marshals to give the all clear. Right, we see the marshals getting ready. The flags have been taken to the two ends to signify that they are ready. The grid girls will be asked to move over next. As soon as they do, the flag marshals will give their okay. Right, here we go. The flag girls have been asked to move. So we are ready for SLH 1600, race number 2. Viren Boteju, Randika Niroshan, Sangeet Suryage, Irshad Faham. And here we go with the lights. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lights out and away we go! And it's Viren Boteju and Randika Niroshan running a great start. Both going down the hanger straight together. It is Viren Boteju on the inside, Randika on the outside. Who's going to take this into Cobbs? Is it going to be Randika who's ahead? Randika slightly ahead of Viren Boteju, and it is Randika who's got the lead. And is Irshad Faham on the outside trying to take Viren Boteju, followed by Sangeet Suryage as they go wide onto the main straight. It is Randika Niroshan in front, followed by Irshad Faham and Viren Boteju. This is going to be a race and a half, and is Sangeet Suryage also very closely in fourth. You can see all the cars bunched up together. What a sight that is to see SLH 1600 and Randika Niroshan here holding the middle line, going into the gooseneck, followed close by Irshad Faham, followed closely by Sangeet Suryage and Viren Boteju on the outside. Will Viren hold his line? It is Irshad Faham in second now. Randika Niroshan has got ahead. He's in lead. And Viren has dropped to fourth. It's Sangeet Suryage in third as they go into the S. All the cars together still. Sangeet in third, Viren in fourth. There are a few cars with a few body panels hanging off. Clearly there's been a bit of damage. Oh, and there's another big man. That's a hit. Zakia Wahab, I think. There is Irfan Fuad. Irshad Faham. That is a 4-car, and I believe this will be a red flag. I do not know how this race will go on. That should be a red flag, immediate red flag. Let's see if that's what the marshals and the officials think should happen. Yes, it is. It is a red flag. The race has been stopped. That was quite the pile-up at the beginning of the hanger straight between a bunch of SLH cars. So the people that have made it through are Randika Niroshan, Sangeet Suryage, Viren Boteju. I can't see the rest at the back, but I believe these cars have managed to make it clear through. So there will be a red flag. The cars will be asked to slow down immediately. They have to slow down because it is a red flag. It's an immediate red flag. There we go. All the drivers have now seen it. They're all slowing down. They will have to make their way through the mess that is 4 or 5 cars that have bunched up together at the start of the hanger straight.
නැවතත් ඉතාමත් අවාසනාවන්ත සිදුවීමක් මෝටර රථ කිහිපයක් එක ළඟ අනතුරට ලක්වීම නිසා ධාවන පතයත් අවහිරයි තරගයක් නතර කරන්න තීරණය කරනවා. ඔබට පෙනෙනවා රථ හතරක් මෝටර රථ හතරක් එක ළඟ එක පිට අනතුරට ලක්ව තිබෙන මොහොත. මම හිතන්නේ ශාරා ඩි සිල්වත් අද දවසේ අවස්ථා කිහිපයකදී මෙවැනි සිදුවීම් වලට මුහුණ දෙන්න සිදු වුණා. මේ දකින්නේ ඔබ ඔවුන් Tamanගේ රථවලින් ඉවතට පැමිණෙනවා. කෙසේ වෙතත් රථ හතරක් එක තැන එක පිට අනතුරට ලක්වන්නේ. සිදුවීම සිදුුනේ කොයි ආකාරයෙන්ද කියලා අපිට බලන්න පුළුවන් ඔබට පෙනේ.
So as we see here going on the hanger straight, we can see Ishad Faham. Then we can see Sangeet. Oh, I think there was a hit there by Sangeet, and Ishad actually stops on the car, on the hanger. Oh, and it's a hard hit by Shehara into the back of Ishad's car. And then Zakir gets hit from the other side, and there's nowhere for Irfan Fuad to go. So those were the 4 cars there. That's an unfortunate incident. I think that's an unfortunate racing incident. But these cars will have to be moved off the track, and this might take some time to do. Yep. That is Nigel Pereira. He's okay. I don't believe his car was involved in the incident. He may have stopped to make sure that Shehara De Silva was okay. We saw her getting out of the car. So she's okay. And the rest of the cars have now moved to the grid. They will restart again on the order that they were previously. But I think we will have a delay here until the rest of the SLH cars are moved from the hanger straight. It's also important at this point that people realize the safety precautions that we take in these cars. And that is Shehara De Silva. Thankfully, she is fine. She's seated down. She'll be under medical help very soon if deemed necessary. But that's good to see that she is okay. If Shehara, if you can see us, please give a wave. But I think she's fine. But the rest of the cars will have to be moved off the grid. And like I said, that's Irfan Fuad as well in the Super Trofeo racing suit. I think he was blindsided as well. Yeah, luckily all the marshals are making sure that everyone is okay, because don't forget, these cars go at a terrific speed through those corners. So even at 100, at 110, you're going to have a serious hit. There can be a lot of G-force involved. And your neck and your body takes quite the impact. So it's important also to note that these cars have a lot of safety equipment inside. We run very strong roll cages that are made to take the impact of these hits. But of course, racing is an inherently dangerous sport. So we try our best to make it safe for everyone that competes. So I think we have 6 cars on the grid. So we might start the race with these 6 cars as soon as the marshals clear the rest at the back. But we have to await and see the final decision of the marshals. We are waiting to see where Viren Boteju is also. I think he might have had an issue, Tony, because if you looked at him earlier, when the accident happened, I think he got clipped as well, because it was him and Sangeet that had a slight clip, and then Irshad stopped on the track. So it's possible Viren might have gone off to see, or he might make comebacks. If you look at this, that's Irshad Farm in the blue and the white, and that's Sangeet, and that is, you see, there he goes. Viren hits Sangeet. I think there's a small clip there, and he goes off the track completely, comes back on, and then Irshad stops in the middle, and that's where the knock comes from Irfan Fuad, and from Shehara, and from Zakir Wahab. So we might have to wait and see if Viren Boteju comes back onto the grid. If not, we will only have these 6 cars on it. But there's a lot of water. There might be a bit of oil also on the track. So the marshals will have to make sure that all of that is looked at. So there's no slippery surface when these cars are running, because they are running slicks. So the last thing you want is any oil on the track, especially at the start of the hanger straight. Yeah, and you can see Irfan Fuad, they're talking with the marshals. That is the clerk of the course, Shehan Tisera, who's talking with Irfan. And we can see Namaz Fauzi with him as well. So clearly he's okay. Anil Jakur is there. So all the marshals and all the experienced safety officers of all the clubs are involved. Ambulances also come just in case. But I believe that the drivers are fine. We haven't heard any word to signify anything different. But hopefully we will be able to start this race soon enough, as long as they clear the cars off the track and make sure that all the dirt, the dust, the oil, and that's Zakir Wahab inside the ambulance. Hopefully he is okay. I think they're all being taken as a precaution. I don't think anything serious has happened. That's Shafraz Junaid as well there. And I think he should be okay. Yeah. And Shafraz is also a judge for the race meet today. So we have a lot of senior officials there making sure that everyone is okay. Zaki looks to be okay. So if the fourth we saw Zaki, we saw Shehara. We are going now to Viduranga, who's awaiting. We will now go to Viduranga.
Nippon Paint Katukurunda Speed 2022 තරගාවලිය යන අතරතුරේදී අපිට මෝටර් රේසින් කියපුවාම ලංකාවේ මතක් වෙන හොඳම නම ඩිලන්ත මාලගමුව. ඩිලන්ත අයියා ඉන්නවා අපිත් එක්ක කතා කරන්න සූදානම්ෙන්. දැන් මේ ඩිලන්ත අයියාගේ ගමන් මඟ පිළිබඳව කතා කරනකොට 83 දී යතුරුපැදියෙන් ආරම්භ කරලා අද වෙනකොට ලැම්බෝගිනි රේසින් වල ඉන්නවා. ඒ වගේම ජපානයේ ෆෝමියුලා 1 එකට කම්පීට් කරපු ජපානයේ නොවන ප්‍රථම ආසියාතිකයා බවට පත් වෙන්න හැකියාවක් ලැබුණ ඒ බොහොම අතීත කතන්දර මේ ගමනත් එක්ක දැන් අද මේ වගේ මේ තරගාවලියක් දකිනකොට මාස 10කට පස්සේ තමයි ලංකාවේ මෝටර රථ තරගාවලියක් පැවැත්වෙන්නේ මේ තරගාවලිය දකිනකොට අයියේ මොකද හිතෙන්නේ
හරිම සන්තෝෂයි මොකද මේ මම 1981 තමයි පළවෙනි රේස් එක පැද්දේ කටුකුරුන්ද පැද්දේ Honda CB50ක් ඉතින් මම මොටර් සයිකල් වලින් පටන් ගත්තා ඉතින් මේ ලොකු මතකයක් තියෙන තැනක් ඉතින් කාලයකට පස්සේ හරි මේ රේස් එකක් තියෙනක ලොකු දෙයක් ඉතින් මාත් හරි ආසාවෙන් බලන්න ඒ වගේම තමයි මේ සැරේ විශේෂ දෙයක් තියෙන්නේ මේකෙන් හම්බෙන ආදායම මම හිතන්නේ 150ක් ඉන්දිරා කැන්සර් ට්‍රස්ට් එකට දෙනවා ඉතින් ඒකත් ලොකු දෙයක් ඉතින් ඒ වගේම හරිම සතුටුයි බලන්න අපේ දාවකයෝ අලුත් දාවකයෝ විහිවිය කියලා ඉතින් බලාපොරොත්තුෙන් ඉන්නවා
අනිවාර්යෙන්ම මේ අපි උත්සාහ කරන්නේ ලංකාවේ මෝටර රථ ධාවන ක්ෂේත්‍රයේ ජාත්‍යන්තර තලයට අරගෙන යන්න ඒ වෙනුවෙන් SLH එක ශ්‍රී ලංකා ඔටෝමොබයිල් ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මව් සංගමය මේ තමන්ගේ සමාජික සංගම් 10 එක්ක ඉතාමත්ම ලොකු වැඩ කොටසක් කරනවා ඒ වගේම මේ පාර තරගාවලියේ විශේෂත්වයක් තිබෙනවා අපි රේස් කන්ට්‍රෝල් රූම් එකක් හඳුන්වා දීලා තියෙනවා ලංකාවේ පළවෙනි වතාවට තමයි මේ මෝටර රථ ධාවන තරගාවලියක මේ වගේ ඉහළ තාක්ෂණික